Hi guys, welcome to Vylah's 3-month update. You want to say hello? Say hello everybody. You guys see how big she is now? Say hello. Let y'all see it. Say hello, Vylah. She just ate. Today is October 27th, and Vylah is 3 months old. Right? Oh, thank you. I've been waiting on her to burp for the longest. So I'll tell you guys a little bit about Vylah. It has definitely gotten a ton, just a ton easier. Vylah is doing very well with her sleeping. Vylah sleeps 6 hours every single night, and she sleeps in 4-hour increments during the day, maybe more. Vylah is still eating her 8-ounce bottle. Well, it varies. If she sleeps for 6+ hours, which she has done, she'll polish off an entire bottle of formula. And I use the infant spoon, and I do two spoons of rice cereal, and I do a spoon of baby food. Now, I'm going to do a video actually this week that probably won't post for another few weeks because I have some other videos that I have scheduled for you guys. But I am going to do a video on how I make her baby food. I did not think it was like that easy, but it is so easy. And I have just a regular $30 blender that I got for Christmas from my mom years ago, and so it works beautifully, purees the vegetables very great. And so far Vylah's had carrots, string beans, sweet peas, all in her bottle. Right, Woogie, right. Vylah is now starting to grab. She has now discovered that she has 5 little fingers and a hand, and so Vylah is constantly with her hand. I don't know if this is teething, but you guys, I'll explain what she does, and you guys can tell me down below if she's teething or not. She has her fist clenched with her thumb sticking up, and she just takes her thumb and she just gnaws on it. I don't know if that's just her way of exploring her mouth with her hands or not. But Vylah is grabbing. She grabs my shirt. Whenever I change her on the changing table, she grabs anything that she can. When she goes to sleep at night, she sleeps on her belly, and she takes both hands, and she sleeps like this with her head to the side, with both hands grabbing the sheet, not the sheet, but the receiving blanket that I have down. And so she's on point with her grabbing. So her father and I this week are gonna go and get her some toys because she doesn't have a mobile. We might go ahead and get her a mobile so it'll be something that she could look at and, you know, try to reach for. But we're gonna get her in the next couple of weeks. We're gonna get her a play mat that she can lay down and practice her grabbing, and also practice her hand-eye coordination. And then we're gonna get her some toys, some hang toys that hang from her infant car seat, so that she can start to, you know, be able to try to grab at those things, because she has no problem grabbing at mommy. Vylah is now officially in 0 to 3 clothing. As you can see, she got on her jeans and her shirt. This is a 3-month shirt. This is one of her hand-me-down outfits. her gently used hand-me-down outfit, but she fits perfectly. It's a little loose on her, but she'll grow into it like she has done everything else. Um, her doctor's appointment is not until the first week in December because her doctor is going to be out of the country and she doesn't want anybody else to see Vylah, so I won't get all that other stuff about because I don't know how much she weighs right now. She's still in size 1 Pampers. Size 1 fit her wonderfully. She'll probably be in them for the next few weeks or so, and so she's doing really well. She's starting to socially smile, which means when I smile at her, she smiles back at me. She has this thing with Elmo now because we have the room decorated with the Sesame Street characters on the walls. Well, on her above her changing table, there's a big, well, a decal of Elmo. And every time I put her on the changing table, she looks up at Elmo and she grins and bats her eyes at him. I said, okay, well, I think out of all the characters, he's the only one that she likes, and I think because he's red. She has this thing with colors. And so I think that's going to be her first toy of choice, something that she likes, is Elmo. So yes, her first little toy, I'm gonna get her a little baby Elmo, something that she can just sit and stare at until she can grab him and carry him around. And so yeah, Vylah just ate, so she's very mild-mannered. We go to church. As long as my child has a full tummy, she's very good. And so we just love her a whole bunch. Sometimes I look at her, I can't believe she's mine, and she's still here, and I'm just so grateful to have little Vylah here, and she's really loving her daddy a whole bunch. And so we try to balance the visitations with the grandparents. 1 week is my mom and my parents, and then the next week is my husband's parents. And so my mother-in-law is the only one that once a month she gives us a date day, and she takes Vylah from 7 a.m. until 8 p.m. And my husband and I, we go to the movies, we go out to eat, we go grocery shop, we just do whatever we want to do. We sleep, and we just have our day with just him and I. And we're just so grateful, and we're grateful for the break. And so I trust my mother-in-law. She respects our wishes. She follows instructions that we give, because I'm still a first-time mother, so I have my instructions, and she doesn't mind, And plus, she enjoys having Vylah around right now. So Vylah likes to stand. She likes to be upright. She can lift herself 45 degrees. Like she's on her belly, she takes both arms and she balances on both arms, and she lifts her whole upper body up, and she can turn her head. So she's doing really well with that. Vylah is scooting. And she gets from one end of the crib to the other. I have to run in here and get her when I hear her, because her head will be in the in the other side of the crib, because she's trying to go and she doesn't realize that there's nowhere else to go. You stop there. So she's not really you see her sitting up. She's not really awake for long periods of time. We may get her to stay up. The longest is 30 minutes. She's just like that. As soon as she eats, she may stay up for a little while, but then she starts whining and she wants to go back to sleep. So she's still kind of newborny, where she likes to sleep all the time. And we don't have an issue with that, because as you guys know, I'm a full-time college student, and I have a B+ in my class right now, my religion class. And that's all because Vylah sleeps so much. I get all of my work done, and I try to do as much as I can do in 4 hours. and I end up finishing, because we have 7 days to complete our assignments, and so I always finish um, on Saturday. I do everything and I finish on Saturday, so I have Sunday and Monday usually, to visit. Yesterday we went to visit family and friends, and so we had a whole day to ourselves. Daddy stayed home to watch football, and he needs his little break, his time to himself. And so it was just Vylah and I. We went and visited, people, and then we came back. Vylah's, I know a lot of people do christenings, but, with our religion, we do baby blessings. And so Vylah's baby blessing is scheduled for December the 28th. And so I found her dress on Burlington, babydepot.com for $20, a nice beautiful white dress. And so I'm trying to wait before I get it, because I want to see Vylah's growing like a weed, and so I want to make sure that I don't get her size that ends up being too small. So I want to wait to see, because I want her to be able to wear the dress more than one time. And so I was thinking of, waiting until December 1st before I purchase the dress, or the first week in December before I purchase the dress, just in case, she grows out of it and everything. But Vylah's doing very well. I think the only thing that is a little challenging is this friggin' thing. I can't stand this pacifier, because, man, she just loves it so much. It's like when we're trying to put her to sleep, and when we lay her down in the bed, if it falls out of her mouth, she's up. And so we're like, running, put her pacifier back in, put her pacifier back in. So I try so hard to put her to sleep without it. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. And so, but one thing about Vylah, she uses her pacifier for its intended purpose, which is to soothe her and to make her feel better. And once she feels better, she spits it out. She doesn't want anything else to do with it. And so she's very much, not addicted to it. As you can see, some kids, they have the pacifier in their mouth 24/7, Yeah, so, but other than that, Vylah's doing well. The only thing she fits in at this point, I know I'm all over the place, but I just have to talk where my mind goes. And so Vylah still fits in all of her newborn dresses. And so I'm going to start trying things on, as we go along, to see what fits and what doesn't. And because she had one 0 to 3 outfit that she wore yesterday, she only wore the outfit like 3 times. And it was too small. Because she has so many clothes that, she doesn't get to wear things, a lot, until it gets too small. And certain brands of clothes, are, of course, they cut their clothes a lot smaller. So certain 0 to 3s she has grown out of, which is not a big deal, because she has so much other clothes. It's just like I just pack them on up. I wash them and I pack them on up in her bag, in her newborn 0 to 3 month clothes bag for the next, if she has a little sister, next time. And so, yeah. But just like you guys said, it does get easier. She's becoming very, very good baby. She has her moments of fussiness during the early evening hours. I didn't know what that was about, but I've heard mothers speak about that when kids, when babies get really fussy. But that only happens because, I felt like it happened because we were trying to force her to stay up. And so now we don't even force her to stay up. She goes down at 8 o'clock, boom, 7:30, I'm bathing her and getting her ready for bed, and she responds beautifully to that. When she bathes and she drinks her last bottle, it's like night, good night, goodbye. She's not staying up late, anymore. So she's getting into her routine, and it's a baby-led routine. I know a lot of people, they give their kids routine, but the routine that she's on, she put it on by herself. You know, that sleeping in 4-hour increments and sleeping 6 hours at night, that was all Vylah. I had nothing to do with that, you know. So I thank God for, you know, getting her clock set up, you know, where she does. You know, the only issue that we had thus far was her car seat. She doesn't like her infant seat, and she cries, cries, cries. So when I went to my god sister's house yesterday, she gave me a Baby Einstein CD with Baby Einstein music, and after that, no problem. I don't know what it is about that music. It just lulls her right to sleep, calms her right down, and it's like easy listening baby classical music, and it's really, really nice to listen to, and so we're enjoying that, and I'm definitely enjoying that, because, I mean, I'd rather have her quiet than for her to be screaming, because when she cries too hard, she loses her little voice, and so, you know, I don't like that too much. We're still tackling the cradle cap. You can't really see it because her hair is so thick. I have now graduated from the baby brush to my adult pick. If you're African American, you know what a pick is. It's just a long comb that that's easy to get through very coarse hair. Her hair is still fine and curly, but it's very, very thick. And so I just pick it out, and she just sits there. She doesn't make a big fuss out of it. The back of her hair is bone straight. The top of her head and the middle part is tightly curled. And so her hair is like two different textures. And so it's too fine for me to put like a little barrette, because the barrette will just slide right out. So it's too, and so, you know, I'm not, plus my husband doesn't want me to be putting any barrettes in her hair right now, so I'm just going to hold off for a little while longer. And so, but yeah, Violet's doing very, very well, and we're enjoying her. Our family is enjoying her. I work very, very hard to try to make sure that both grandparents get her to see her as often as possible, because I want her to know her grandparents and be comfortable around them, and, you know, go to them easy, you know. And so, alright, boo. She doesn't like to lay. She likes to be up like a big girl. And so, yeah, my husband was so surprised, because when she sits on my lap, she arches her back and she sits. So he's like, "What do you think? You're a big girl now." And so she's really, I mean, this whole preemie thing is just out of the window. She's meeting her milestones earlier than, you know, most babies. And so that's one big point that I wanted to make to a lot of you first-time mothers, is please do not worry about developmental milestones as far as when they reach them. Kids will reach their milestones when they want to reach them. There's nothing wrong with them. Kids, you know, grasp things, you know, when they want to grasp things. It's not on your timetable. So just because my baby is doing what she's doing at 12 weeks old, and your child is not, has nothing to do with anything. They just doing things on their own time. Leave them alone, and they'll get the hang of it soon enough. And so, because I've been reading, I had the What to Expect When You're Expecting, and then I have the What to Expect the First Year. And so I'm reading that book now, and it's just very informative. I don't take every single thing by the book. You know, I just let Vylah do what she does, and I just roll with it, you know? I just roll with it. And so, we're about to go to the library, and then we're going to go visit my friend whose son is 2 weeks older than Vylah, so she can have her little play date. All they do is just sit and look at each other and drool. So that's pretty much it. But we'll be back for another update at Vyla's 4-month update next month. And so in the meantime, I have a lot of videos scheduled, and so I also have scheduled my postpartum update. So you guys can check that out, my progress postpartum, what I'm going through and what I went through. And then I have a video on my diaper genie that I promised that I would do. So just look out for those videos, and we're going to say goodbye. So you tell the people bye-bye. You tell them bye-bye. Say bye-bye, Vylah. Say bye-bye. Look at this. Say bye-bye. Say bye, everybody. Say bye, Vylah. Bye, everybody. Okay, everybody. I'll talk to y'all soon. Bye. Peace out.